Hey guys, Pete Jr here from Defiant Munitions, and I wanted to bring you guys another pro tip. This one's for loading, reloading, organization. Obviously, we're not making toys here. We're dealing with explosives and kinetic projectiles, and so we need to be as organized as possible. And I wanted to share you guys some tips that we've came up with over the years of doing this and how we kind of do things, because I think it's important to do these things and to stay consistent in it. At the end, it's only going to give you more consistent ammunition for your reloading hobby or whatever you're doing. So you can see I have a couple examples of different powders here, and you can see that these powders are very, very similar in number. So we got DO6301 and DO6302, and it would be very easy to just mix them up and grab one or the other. So anytime a powder jug hits our production floor here, we tag it. So we tag it with what it is, the lot number and everything, and then when we start loading, this tag will go on the powder flask of the machine, and it stays with it until we change powders for a different load or we're done with the run. And same thing with these ones, this Vitavori N130 and N120 powders, very, very close. Again, the consistency of the powders literally identical, very easy to mix up. So we tag those out, and if we're loading with them, we tag the powder flask, and then when we're done, we put it back on there. We do the same thing with primers. This is a large primer tube, but it can take large pistol primers, large rifle primers. There's a variety of different primers that can go in here. So if we're loading with CCI 250 mags, we tag it out. For some reason, if we have to walk away from the bench or go to lunch or something like that, and we come back, we know that's what's in there without second guessing ourselves. Another thing that we do is every box of ammunition that we put out, we have a lot number on it, and it's on the opposite side of the label. You'll find the lot number, and this is 2024, so obviously the year, and then the 002 is the production run number. So it was loaded in 2024, and this was the second production run of this ammo. So we use stampers. We even use some labelings to get more information. So say if you're a home reloader hobbyist, you can get these little stickers, put as much information on it as you want, then put it in your bag, or however you're transporting ammo, you can write it down. You can get one of these stamps to keep track of it. But more importantly, we have these quality control sheets, or production quality control sheets, that I made up about 30 years ago, and they have as much information as possible. So the date, who the operator was that did it, our lot numbers of what we're running, what machine it was exactly, the item, so the part number, what brass, what bullet, powder, the powder drop, primer and primer lot, the overall length, and then the ogive length. And then we have the quality control down here. So we have the date and the amount ran. So say I start loading ammunition at 8 a.m. Every 30 minutes, I'm going to stop and I'm going to check my powder drops, my primer depth, everything that I can. I'm going to chamber check a couple of them. So I'm going to do a full check every 30 minutes. I know it, takes some time out of production, and then, people may be like, why do you, check that often? Well, dies come loose, things happen, and, machines come out of whack. So, when we do it every 30 minutes, if there is an issue, we can catch it right away. And then we don't catch a, issue after we loaded 10,000 rounds and they're in a bucket, and now we have to single-handedly check every single one. So on the back of this, we have a bunch of more information. We have the caliber and load, so essentially the part number, the SAMI pressure data, the average velocity, advertised velocity, what gun we tested it out of, average pressure, And then so what the powder drop was, the powder type, powder drop, primer, ogive, pretty much similar to the front page, but these can change because maybe we're setting up to do a load and we need to test multiple loads, or halfway through the lot, you know, I have to retest for whatever reason. I can put that down here. So then, you know, we test for pressure. So we'll put our average pressure, our extreme spread, our highest pressure, lowest pressure, and then our velocities. And typically, you know, this will be out of a pressure barrel, but then below I will put, like, say, Glock 17, 4.49 inch barrel, and then we'll write the velocities down from there. So it's just kind of a sheet to keep you organized, keep track of your lots, and you know, just trying to provide you with as much information, because, you know, 6 months down the road, if you're, you know, a hobbyist reloader, you may have to change primers, you might want to change powders or anything, but you have this data collected for these different things, different primers and everything. Then you can go back and reference, and like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to bring you a more consistent ammo from, you know, time to time, and keep you organized, and just have all your data right there. So like I said, the biggest thing is to triple check everything before you do it, and just try to be as thorough and redundant as possible on checking your powder types, your powder drops, and everything like that. But that's all I got, guys. That was just a quick pro tip on loading and reloading, and hope it helps you guys out. And if you need any help with making a sheet like this or something, you're welcome to shoot me an email or give me a call. All my information's on the website, defiantmunitions.com. Thank you.